Yo, what's happening? We're back. I'm back. Like Batman and all that good stuff. Hey, it's your guy, Tyrone, aka Mr. Chocolate, back at you Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock. All right, I got the big homie Black Pearl. What's happening with you, madam?
Hey.
And I say the doctor's in the house. Dr. Raw Rain. What's going on, madam?
Say la.
Let's see. She got laid to the side. Okay, we in trouble. Okay. All right. And we got the big homie Willis. What's up with your boy?
Man, what's going on?
Oh, man, a lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of stuff happening. It's springtime's coming. Everybody's all, getting weird because it's spring. Seeing the kids at school are getting lovey-dovey. Trying to make sure.
Lord, love is in the air. Well, actually, horniness is in the air.
that springtime funk done kicked in yet?
Oh, it's coming.
We out here trying to make sure we don't get be the godparents and no babies.
No, sir.
I'm not even enlisted to be a candidate, so it's fine.
So yeah, man. So I had a little hiatus. I was on vacation. I was in Belize. Wonderful place to visit. If you haven't been there, great place to go. Okay. Just nice. That nice blue and green water. Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing like some blue water that be like you step in the water and it be like, where you from, homie?
Yeah.
Saying I like that blue water, you know what I'm saying? Where you from?
Really?
We walking on the sand, you know what I'm saying?
You know what?
It's that blue water. Y'all know about that blue water.
I'm good.
Yeah,
but it is, if you haven't, it's wonderful to just get away to an island. One that's not so, because, there's islands and it's so commercialized and touristy, but just getting out to like the simple things. It's not overpopulated. Just relax.
I want to go to Jamaica, but I want to go to the Shotters version of Jamaica.
Yeah, see, less tourists. I promise you, you'll enjoy the finer things in life in those moments. Promise you. So, did anybody see the eclipse? Since that was like
not see the eclipse.
I was at work, and then when I looked out the side, you could clearly tell it's dark.
Right.
Yeah. Like everybody in my office was outside looking up like they're waiting for the rapture. I was like, okay.
Some people were.
Yeah. I did see some people were like, yo, the rapture's gonna be. I was like, I thought you supposed to know about that. What's going on?
Exactly. I said that every time. I'm like, well, messed up the rapture because now you know. Next.
Yeah, you don't ruin the party. No wonder it's been 2,000 years.
And y'all just keep trying to jump ahead of it.
Y'all keep messing up.
Stay still. He said, stay still. Y'all not staying still.
I was going to take you, but now I know.
Yeah. What's good with you, Jeff? We appreciate you, brother. What's good with you? So, and I had a room full of kids, and I was scared somebody was going to look and get blind, and they're going to blame me and try to sue me. So I said, no, y'all stay y'all's butts inside. Because I know somebody going to look right at that thing and be like, Mr. Knox, let me get blind.
Burnt their whole retina out.
See, that was what it was Monday. You messed. That was Monday, right? Monday?
It was Monday. Yeah.
It was Monday. Then before that, New York had a real earthquake.
New York. Ice Spice said, no, that was funny.
Yeah.
So so a lot of natural things happening.
Yeah, a lot of natural things happening. A lot of unnatural things happening. You know what I'm saying?
What's unnatural?
Well, I know it, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? So I was looking online. I thought this was fake. I saw it earlier. I saw they were talking about it. That Good Times, Good Times, the old school show.
Yeah.
Damn James. You know what I'm saying? That classic.
Damn.
Kenny, JJ, Dynamite. Well, like everything else, like everything else. They've made a remake, and it's a cartoon. And I was like, damn, okay, maybe this is good. Maybe this is like the Boondocks or something. Maybe this is something that's going to be.
I haven't seen it. Do you have a clip?
Engaging. But no, not really. But you know what? 2 of y'all haven't seen it, so I'm gonna play.
No, 3. I only caught bits and pieces.
Hold on.
I haven't seen an episode.
I haven't seen an episode. I saw just share the clip.
This shit.
Just to share.
Run it.
All right, here we go.
Like he said, run it. Go ahead.
But we're gonna run it. All right, hold on. Let's see here. All right, let the ignorance begin.
Important.
Let me guess. The state called and they want to cut you a disability check for your face. Hold up. You can get paid for that?
This is from a fool who stares at his orange juice every morning.
It says concentrate on the box. Who the dummy now? Shit. Me for not wearing a condom. Shadows fall over my heart. It all started with my grandfather, James Evans. My job as the man of this house is to take care of this family no matter what.
I just want to let you know I'm going to take good care of Gray.
Who is this I'm about to kill?
Juan, my boyfriend. Daddy, let him go.
Baby, she come with me.
Junior's repeating the 10th grade for the 3rd time.
Is there anything you can suggest to help him get to the drive-thru?
Can you do OnlyFans? Take off your shoes. Let me see what kind of feet you working with.
I'll take you to the dark side.
Dear Black Heavenly Father, College Redeemer, if you could just help us.
Son, it's for you.
New phone. Who this? All black, everything. At least they ain't got that human baby under my roof no more.
Man, my mouth ready for some milk right now.
Dalvin, why are you so breast obsessed? It's childish, man.
Bruh, I'm a baby. I can't get no more childish than that. In a nocturnal state of mind.
Your neighborhood is a real shithole. It's the system. They put the guns and drugs on the streets.
Underneath this black sky. This is getting dangerous. I won't just sit back and let you put yourself in harm's way. I love you too very much. Everything black.
The revolution will not be televised.
Come on, Rosa Parks, can't you just enjoy this? Blackbird, black sky, black light, black everything black.
We're just as good as the Evans of old.
Isn't that just dynamite?
But the truth is, we're the Evans of new.
Bitch, you look like money. Everything black. What about the struggle?
We're black. It'll be here tomorrow.
Everything black. Blackbird, black moon, black sky, black light.
Okay. So what do y'all think? What do y'all think?
So that's supposed to be like the next generation, like James Evans. Is that what that's?
Apparently so. He said
because it said it started with my grandfather, James Evans. Okay.
Yeah, they never made it out the hood.
So it's oh my god! I just need a moment.
Who gonna go first?
You go ahead, Willis. Go ahead. Let me.
So we gonna act like we ain't see Steph Curry and executive producer of that.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that. I was gonna get to that.
Marseille Martin, whatever her name is, her too.
What the? Okay, they could have named it anything else, and I probably would have laughed my butt off at it.
Yo.
And I had to connect, but and like I said to y'all before, good times before my time. But it's in syndication, so come on, damn near 16 times a day.
Seen every season, every episode.
Seen every season, don't even realize it. So, and the older I got, I was like, this show was terrible. Like, how do you have so many opportunities to get out the hood, but through plot armor or otherwise, you still there?
Never.
I'm gonna be real with you. What makes you think there's not people who really have opportunities to leave the hood, but they stay there? There are people.
But no. I know. I got family. That's like that.
Yeah, true. Instead of stacking bread to leave or getting with the challenge to do better, they get.
No, I get that, but it just didn't make sense. I'm saying I get that. I'm not saying that's not a real thing. I'm saying the ways they were like, it just didn't make sense. Like I can see, you know, it's always down on your luck. You never, whatever like this, but they had legit ways and were always pulled back by the most weirdest thing. Like I remember, what was the thing? Didn't Florida? She like when James died, she left and left the kids there, and then came back.
Yeah,
that whole plot point, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah,
at that point,
the show definitely had its questionable issues. But what do you think about this trailer here? What do you think about?
Man, that's like
on this one.
I feel like they put the most ignorant parts in there, but I see maybe if you watch the show and analyze it with the open mind, maybe you can see something.
If you squint your eyes real close.
Yeah, but it's like the Boondocks mixed with Bebe's Kids to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like
good times. That's where I'm at. They didn't have to. They could have just.
They could. Yeah, that's what I said at the beginning. They could have called it anything. I'm like, oh, this funny as hell. And then we could have been like, this look like an animated Good Times, and we could have made that connection. But like, it's like they purposely. I don't know if they thought that was gonna make people watch it more, or what. But I don't know.
So what you think, Doc?
Breathe.
Doc, you talking? I can't hear you.
I'm sorry, y'all. I had to mute myself because I was just so dumbfounded.
I thought you lost your voice because you
no, I didn't lose my voice.
I thought you were just trying to get it out.
Yeah, literally, it looked like you were just like. That's what I thought was.
So okay, so simply, I'm very disappointed. I agree with you, Willis. If they named it anything else, then so be it. But the thing for me is the level of cursing that's it. And the reason, and I'm going to give credit where credit is due. The original show itself did not have any cursing in it at all. So to hear bitch this, shit this, and whatever else, I don't know what all damn cuss words they were saying. But it just takes completely away from the genuine, even in the ignorance of the original show, right? Because I agree with you, Willis. I'm like, oh, Florida was tearing my nerves up, but it just takes away. And then I'm trying to figure out which, and I will say for the record, I'm gonna watch this fuckery. I will watch it. And then I'm gonna come back and have a conversation with y'all on it. But I will. But
what platform is it on?
And on Netflix. Because, and I will watch it because you have some very star-studded comedians in it, which hopefully that will bring out the comedic piece, and it won't be forced comedy. It'll be genuine. I don't know. We'll see. Because right now I'm kind of confused as to who is who. I'm so lost right now.
Yeah. What you think, Black Pearl?
I'm lost. She lost too.
I was say I don't even know what to say. All I'm saying is they could have named it something else, but I'm probably gonna watch it once. I'm probably gonna watch it.
All right. Yeah, I mean, my thoughts on it. When I looked at it, I don't know. I'm just on. I don't know. There's a lot of stereotypes. I'm kind of off of that right now with just the stuff they push into us, into our kids in general right now. You know, I'm kind of off of it. It's a lot of stuff, man, that they're kind of pushing on kids, and I'm seeing the influence on the kids, and it's kind of crazy.
Now, I ain't saying my kid was gonna watch it. I said I'm gonna watch it.
When your kids won't watch it, but a bunch of people's kids are gonna watch it. You know, just like, you know, kids ain't supposed to be watching Sexy Red, but she in schools and all that stuff. You know, so you know, but so I don't know, man. It's just like the drug dealing baby, the shoot them up, kill each other stuff. I don't know. Maybe there's a message with it. I know I saw them trying to throw in a little. They drop the drugs in the neighborhood stuff. I don't know. I don't know. So you know what? So before I kill it, I'll watch an episode or two, And if it's some BS, I just won't watch it.
Because is it a movie or a series?
It's a series, like a cartoon TV show.
I'm just trying to understand what creative juice said.
I don't know who asked for this. Who asked for this? Like,
yeah,
I saw something earlier. Bernadette Stanis, is that her name? Thelma?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
She something about, I only glanced at it because it was in passing.
Okay.
I think JJ, he wanted like a reboot of it. It's something like a cartoon, but with all of them involved in basically animated Good Times like it used to be or something, but more modern.
But
and then they went against it because when they got the script and everything, they were like, what the hell is this? Yeah. I gotta watch her interview again to make sure I'm getting right what she said, but I don't think everybody from the original cast is
direction they were going. Is that what
I believe so? Like, I don't think everybody approved of the direction it's in.
Got it.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I just feel like there's a lot of stuff being pushed now, and I feel like it's on purpose. It's a lot of weirdness going on.
It's some subliminal messages, the narratives that they create for us.
And they put things in cartoon form, and they know who's gonna watch it. And
to disarm us.
And really, it feels kind of minstrel showish, like it's kind of like it's for white people to look at and go, look at them.
I think it continues to feed the narrative, but it comes across like harmless because it's in a cartoon form. Or they're trying to
but if you look through history, that's what Hitler did with the Holocaust. It started with cartoons, but
I saw the original. The original creator, Norman Lear, I saw his name on the credits too. So I don't know. It's because it's a lot of.
When is that?
If it's some buffoonery, we're gonna have to get Steph Curry to the table and ask him some questions. Like, bro, what's going on? I know y'all come from the lighter tribe, but come on, brother.
Which I also noticed there weren't many lighter tribes in this cartoon either.
Nah, no. So it's a lot of foolishness, but we'll see. I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna look at 2 episodes.
When is it supposed to drop? Did it say? Oh, okay. All right.
I don't know. It didn't really say.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Yeah, because I try to keep my foolishness to a minimum. That's why I have a 1 drug dealer show minimum. I can only like I watch Power. I watched the one with the son, and that's my one. I don't watch no Snowfall. I don't watch no. There's only 1 drug dealer movie or TV show I watch at a time. I can't.
April 12th.
I can't consume too much of it.
That's Friday.
April 12th.
Oh, it's April 12th. It's Friday. Okay.
I just saw.
All right. Hey, so maybe we'll watch the episode. We'll review it and see if it's legit or not. Whether we're gonna really talk good or bad about it.
I got you.
I just put in the chat what Bernadette Stanis was talking about.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So what else is going on out here?
Well, we were having a conversation, right? And we were talking about what y'all talked about Sunday. What y'all talked about leadership, challenges of leadership.
Yeah, we had the ladies of the experience. Shout out to Miss Communication and Coach Tay.
I don't know where they at, but they could have came tonight. But it's all good.
They on the grind.
They're on the grind. They gotta make
this player. I be missing the people. That's all. It's all good. I'm a big fan of them. That's all.
Yeah. Well, they're definitely a fan of you too. Trust and believe. But yeah, we got together and just talked about how we as women expect men to lead. And of course, it was just us ladies, and we always welcome the men's perspective. So we talked about things like consistency, a man's consistency to lead, or trust, or feeling safe. We did tap a little bit on the challenges that may come from being led as a woman. We kind of touched that. It got real hot, and then we kind of backed away from it. So, I mean,
okay, it was time to back into it. What's up?
Yeah. So I think one of the things that we didn't say specifically, and I guess it's probably more 3 of us than 4 of us, because Dr. Royal Rain was very sure and stood firmly on her belief of what leadership should look like in her relationships. Many of us don't know what leadership from a man looks like. It usually comes in a very aggressive, ego-driven thing. So I think it just would be really good, or that's what's in the forefront. Let me not say every leader is like that. So just what do y'all think about women letting men lead on what that should look like?
Okay.
Can I correct something?
Oh yeah, please.
Really quickly. Because it's perturbing my nerves, because because what I heard you say is women allow men to lead. See, that's why women already jacked up. Go on, fellas. Go ahead. It's y'all go now. I just want to throw that out there because of how it was put out there.
It's fine. Listen, say what you gotta say. That's what we're here for.
Okay. All right. So what do you think, Willis? I'll let you start off, man.
See, he
Willis is like, let me choose my words carefully.
Yeah, I'm not famous enough to get canceled.
Yeah, but you real enough to tell the truth. So come on now.
Absolutely.
I guess it was there's something, I forgot who said this. What is your something about like your credit score from when you were like,
oh yeah, your dating credit score.
Your dating credit score, and I made a comment. It was a joke, but now that I think about it, it was serious. Like back in college, I was a good 200. But I say that to say it took me a while because I was emotionally. I'll just be straight up, and even to this day, like emotionally, I'm not, as far as relationship wise, I'm not 40 and I say that because just the way I was raised, I just figured stuff out on my own. I'm the oldest grandchild, and there was a lot of figuring out on your own type of situation I had to do. So it was a bunch of seeing what other people did, and Tyrone knows me better than y'all. Like, to the people that are my friends, I'm like I'm like the shyest extrovert you would ever meet. If I know you, I'm the loudest person in the room. If I don't really know you, or I don't know the majority of the people in the room and situation, you might think I'm mute because I'll just lay back and chill. And that's important because that's what I did a lot until I got to know people. So take that on the relationship side. I ain't know what to say except for be a goofball and crack jokes 90% of the time. And if it worked, it worked. If it didn't, oh well. But as far I'll be honest, I don't know if I lead properly or not. I just lead it, or I just do me. If it work, it work. If it don't, that maybe will lead to arguments and stuff. I just don't like concrete labels, and a man gotta do this, a woman gotta do that, a man should do this. Because if you're gonna do that, then you gotta think, well, what if it don't happen? Like, he's like, a man should lead this way. If I don't, then what does that mean? Or what if that's part of the woman, like the relationship you're in, that's part of her personality and what she does? Like, I always say, if it just so happen I'm in a relationship and my lady is the breadwinner, I could say what I wouldn't have a problem with it, but I could say it now because that's not the case right now. Anybody can say, yeah, I won't have a problem with it until it actually happens. And we got to understand, ego is going to creep in at some point. Also, like, the chivalry is not that. Like, if you say that be a man, that's a man's job. If I come back at you and say, well, what's a woman's job then? You'll feel some type of way. So it's 2024. Each relationship is individualized. You can't say if it worked for you, that don't mean it's gonna work for me. If it worked for me, that's not gonna work for them. Ain't nothing ever gonna be 50-50. It might be. So, financially it might be 90-10, but Emotionally it might be 60-40, or otherwise, anything else with the relationship. It's just what works for you, and quit using social media and your friends to gauge if your relationship is happy or not.
So let me ask a question.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Brett.
So let me ask a question. What does leadership look like for you, Willis, within a relationship? And then Tyrone, if you will chime in, so that way we're getting the male perspective. What
Look
does
like for me leading or being led?
No. I want you. You are my head king. What does it look like when, as a leader of this relationship?
I'm more comfortable my comfort level would be being a provider, and my partner just like inserting where needed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
If I can take care of everything, in certain areas I will.
Yeah.
But don't, like, I have a personality quirk where don't expect me to do anything, because that's gonna make me not want to do it. But I'm gonna do it anyway, just on my time.
Mm-hmm.
So
leading is just providing, it's just provision. I'm
no. And also, but because like I said, that's a difficult question to me, because I'm still learning myself what it is.
And that's fair.
That's cool.
That's fair. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mr. Chocolate.
All right. So what does leadership look like? Yeah. So again, going back to labels, like I do think that there are labels. They're not set in stone, but I think in general, they're labels, of course, right?
What do we mean by labels? Because I wanted you to answer the first question. I was going to go back to the labels part, but go ahead.
So labels, as in like when you talk about like relationship, like things that a man typically does, and typically things that a woman does. It's just natural order of things. Like a man is going to provide security in general, because he's the man. Like if somebody breaks into my house, I'm not going to have my wife get up and go, see what's going on. Like, who does that?
But that's for you, right? That's not
Mm-hmm.
you don't feel
like that's for me. But I think
okay.
It's safe to say, and not everybody, of course. Maybe you got Xena Warrior Princess, you married, and sure, then she'll get up and kick some ass. But for the most part, my wife is 5 foot tall, and I'm way big and strong. I'm trained in combat. I'm going to grab the tool and see what's going on. And if something has to go down, then I'm going to be the one that it goes down with. And if they get past me, then she'll have to defend. That's a label. That's in general. I think we've kind of gotten to this thing where we want everything to be, oh no, everything is equal and the same. But it's really not. It's really not. Okay. All right. If somebody's going to threaten the family and we're out, I'm going to be the one to step up. That's just what happens there. Providing, for the most part, it's natural for a man to provide. Now, sometimes the woman makes more, and that's something that a man has to, if he can deal with it, and you can, if you can't. But that's why it's an issue, because that's the natural order is that a man provides, in a relationship. So, but as far as leadership, man, it's not. I don't believe in like leading and having to tell people I'm leading, because I feel like if you have to tell somebody that you're leading, hey, I'm the leader, and stomp your feet and jump up and down, you're probably not. You're not a good leader.
I agree.
I'm just gonna assertively. I'm gonna lead. I'm gonna lead, but it's leading with like listening, with input. I lead and I go, okay, what this is what I think needs to happen. What do you think? Okay, I think this, and this. Okay, damn, that's a good idea. Okay, all right, how we gonna do it? Come up with an idea, and let's move forward. Okay, It's not like a, hey, I tell you what to do and you just do it and kicking the door. Hey, where's my damn food? Nah.
Is that real? That's not. I mean, I'm sure people think.
I mean, it's but that's not something. Everybody does everything for each other because it's the natural order. We love each other. We want to do it. I want to go bust my butt for the family. I assume, because a lot of times, my wife will make me food. She'll look at me and she'll ask, "Are you hungry?" And it's care. It's a natural order. It's a nurturing thing. It's very nurturing.
Absolutely.
I don't think it's off of, oh, he's my boss. No, like, yo, my man is hungry. I'm going to fix him something to eat. And vice versa. I'm gonna check on her. Are you good? What do you need? And so that's leadership.
Do you feel like you've always known that was leadership?
No.
No. Or was it once you became more secure in who you are as a man?
Look, and I'm still like, and I ain't even front like I'm super husband, super leader guy. It's always a learning curve. I think once you understand that, you can you're better off. It's a learning curve. When I first got married, I didn't know what the hell. I wasn't sure how to lead. And matter of fact, if you asked me, hey, where are we going? I wasn't really sure. Like I was just like, yo, I don't know. We were all right. We're going somewhere.
I used to hate that question back in the day, bro.
Yeah,
what are we doing? What are we?
But
we chilling right now. That's what we doing.
And when you're younger and you don't know, it is annoying. And so you gotta kind of, as you get older, hopefully, and you kind of grow, you learn how to be a better leader, how to have answers to some of those questions. And it may be a thing where you have to sit down and go, dang, I'm not really sure. What ideas do you have? Like your partner is your partner. Like you gotta collaborate, and come up with ideas together sometimes. Sometimes, your partner's gonna have the idea, and you may have to get the idea and form a plan and roll with it.
I mean, I think what ruined me in college, I remember to this day, one of my frat brothers, because he saw me geeked out on this girl, and I remember he said, Maul, because everybody called me either Maul or Willis. Like, Maul, man, forget that girl, man. You supposed to be in college and get as much tail as you can. You ain't trying to get no wife, graduate, and figure it out after that. And because I was hurting, and I was like, you right. And that was the wrong thing to tell me at that time.
Yeah.
I was like, you right. And boy, that was, sophomore year. I still had a good 2-3 years left at the school too. Oh yeah, 104 boys. What's up?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing when you're younger, and so too, for a man, when people talk about because I think I heard I don't know if I heard one of y'all talk. I think it was you, Pearl, and you were asking about having a man lead you. Is it like considered weak? Y'all mentioned something about submission at some point.
Yeah, we did.
And so I think that gets kind of misunderstood.
Yep.
Because I think in a relationship, everybody submits. I think the man submits first. Like what bigger submission is it for a man to say, nah, I'm dedicating myself to you. Like I'm not running around. Like if you've been a faithful man, like that's the biggest submission of all. Like I'm gonna dedicate myself to you. I'll put my life on the line for you to protect you. That's the biggest submission. So in return, I might need a plate of chicken sometimes, right? Is that a bad thing?
Not at all.
I think it's natural. I think it's just a natural order of things, But I think a lot of times they hear submission and go, "Oh, he thinks he's the boss," or right. Some men get it confused because a lot of my brothers out here in this red pill stuff, they've lost their minds.
Well, I think just from another perspective, I think when people project or show an example of leadership, or you have like the example you used, the person goes, I'm the leader, right? It's usually in an anger, boss dominating way. You know, unfortunately, the bad stuff always are the things that are in your face and loud and, you know, things like that. And so some females see that in some males and they go, well, I don't want anyone to control me. I don't want anyone to use that as opportunity to dominate me or abuse me or things like that.
Well, but you shouldn't.
But unfortunately, what some of these same females don't realize is usually the right leadership is silent or not as loud and powerful, and that's what makes it powerful. It's moving. It's leading, right? It's not demanding. It's not.
Well, true leadership shouldn't have any anger in it. So I think that's a red flag. If leadership is angry and super aggressive, I question that leadership. You know, because some of my, you know, in the military, some of my best leaders, you know, were like super calm and just confident, and they weren't always rah rah rah. And some of the crappiest leaders were the ones who were always reminding that they're in charge and loud and just trying to, you know, break you down.
I'm the senior NCO here.
Right. Pointing to the rank and shit. The best leaders never mention that they're leaders. When they walk in the room, everybody just knows. They're like, oh, that person, okay, I'm gonna fight. And they motivate everybody else to be better. You know what I'm saying? So I think same thing in relationships. You should be able to hopefully, you know, not have to forcefully say it, but people know, they know, and you make each other better. You make that person better. You inspire that person, motivate that person, without having to, you know, jump up and down and yell about it.
From my experience, I think the best leaders, whether it be a relationship or otherwise, were the people who projected and in a positive way, right? They want the best for themselves, so they want the best for others. They took the lessons they learned, that like one of those things. Unfortunately, leadership now is about being the boss or the things that mess it up. Being the boss, being in charge, making up for insecurities by being, you know, right. But again, that is not all leadership. That's just the ones that are in our faces the most that gives it a negative. A negative.
I remember like when I was a teacher, who I would lean on more. I ain't go to the principal. I ain't go to the assistant principal. Whoever was the most tenured teacher at the school, I asked them everything. Because they by experience, they got, you know, the leadership quality that I was looking for in that term. So I think like I said, and then even if somebody has a leader, you know, relationship wise has what they see as a way to lead and how they've seen their mom, dad, maybe even lead and or submit, you still got to be cognizant that's going to change over time. That's another thing that's going to will work in the younger days, like in our 20s, it's not going to work in our 40s, it's not going to work in our 50s. And sometimes peace is what's more important than, you know, leading how you used to, you know, like maybe I'm not a provider, but I can provide peace in the house by making sure everything's squared away as far as, you know, being clean and in order.
Yeah.
You know.
So do y'all think that it would be beneficial to have male leadership conferences?
Who leads those conferences?
It's a good question.
That is.
And so I will answer that question in this way, because one of the things that I had shared in our conversation is that, and I'm not bashing y'all, I'm just pointing out something. One of the things that I pointed out in the show was that leadership within a relationship is multifaceted. It goes beyond it's inclusive, but it goes beyond just being a protector or provider, and bringing peace. Okay. And that's not to take away from what y'all say. I'm actually supporting what you're saying, but where I'm going with this is for some men, those three things: protect, provide, right? And to ensure that their families needs are met is like the folk, because that's all that y'all have been taught. But when we start speaking to the fact of making sure that the spiritual needs are met in the home, when we start talking about the nurture that takes place in the home, oftentimes that's deemed as the woman's job. But to piggyback off of the statements that y'all have made, it also includes that man mentoring and nurturing and pouring into both his sons and his daughters. So where I'm going with this is not getting into the logistics. That's a good question of who's leading this conference, right? Yeah. But just if having some type of leadership, male leadership conference to start unpacking the multifacetedness of male leadership, would that be helpful? To bring some insight,
if it's good
and have a dialogue. Go ahead. I'm sorry, sweetie. Go ahead.
Yeah, if it's good guidance there. But what you were saying, like when I say provide, I don't mean just provide monetarily. I mean provide those like pouring into your children, providing the emotional, and providing all of that too. When I say provide, it's providing all of that.
And some people don't see it like that though, Tom.
Yeah. They don't.
Some people see provision as financial provision, right. And that's it.
Right.
And it's like the old school way. Like I put food on your table.
Yeah. I mean, because the old school way of thinking is like, yo, hey, damn it, you got the money, leave me alone.
Yeah, and so what happens is now the man is now setting the bar of manhood only to what he can provide, right? He never is adding all those other things, because if all you are is this giant bank account, then how do you provide those other things? That's what I'm like, everything you say it makes sense. I'm not saying it doesn't. It's just some people do not see it.
Well, I think that comes from a place too where a lot of men, if you talk about how a lot of men feel, which a lot of times nobody really asks that. A lot of times, a lot of men feel like, because that's what mostly when you look at men normally kind of get loved or admired or exalted by what they do, like what they do, what they have, So a lot of times men don't. So look at the guys who got the money, the guys who have a particular status, because they've done something, that's why people a lot of times men feel like, well, if I provide, I've done it because I'm loved on what I do. People don't worry about how you feel when you do it, how your back might be broken, or how you how much stress it is, or they just like, yo, it's like a lot of times with men, it's like you either do or you don't. Are you providing or you're not? And a lot of men feel that, so it's like a big weight.
And fortunately, some of us have experienced, okay, here's this person who could provide. But unfortunately, that's why we have so many men who are angry and depressed and don't know how to
the male suicide rate is so high because a lot of times,
because all you have become is a giant ATM machine versus
it's more about what you do. I know I was having a conversation earlier. I heard that there was a lady and her husband had got hurt, and he couldn't do much, and the conversation I heard was like, oh, he's lazy and he's not doing anything, and I was like, is he depressed? And it was like, maybe, but he's lazy and she need to just make him do. And I was like, I was like, I don't know. That it was a lot of signs of depression there, but a lot of times that gets brushed over with guys because it's like, yo,
it's not important. It's give me. What can you do, right? You're only as good as your last task, provision, paycheck, whatever. And I think for me, I come at it from a different angle a little bit. Same, understand. I have two boys, and my oldest chose to live with his girlfriend, things of that nature. And I remember at one point he's like, I mean, I lost my job, Ma. She's gonna leave me. Da, da, da. And I'm like, well, what makes you think that? He goes, well, I'm supposed to provide. I'm supposed to get money. And he went through this, I'm gonna say, high functioning depression where he is just trying to keep up so he can maintain. I mean, I'm glad he's gone past that and working on that on a higher level. But in that moment, I thought, oh my God, the mental anguish, that he might be going through. He wasn't sleeping. He was thinking about the next move. He's thinking about how am I gonna, and they don't even have kids, and I never taught him that. And he never saw that in the household, like a man is only as good as the next provision or money, but that is just whatever message he got from out there.
It's kind of baked into the cake socially, like just even
it is.
Like so. What's the song?
I can attest to that.
Say broke dudes don't deserve no kitty. That's right.
Yeah.
It's like if you.
Well, he was quoting me the Bible, and I didn't even know he was reading the Bible. A man that don't work don't eat. I was like, wait,
you don't work, you don't eat.
Lost your job. You know what I mean?
Listen, I went through that same thing back in 2022. And I didn't even realize how out of it I was until I got a new job. Like I technically did get fired, but that's for all intents and purposes say I got fired. And they escorted me out the building where I had to go get my car, and I didn't even leave immediately. My first thought, I called my sister, was like, I gotta find another job.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, I just gotta let go. And like my first thought wasn't to get, mad or whatever. It's like I need to find another job now within the next 5 minutes. So that was, let's say that's September. I didn't get my new job till December. So September to December, I was out of work. I wasn't going to the gym like that. I was just like, and then after I got a new job and started talking to people, I was like, man, I ain't feel like doing nothing in them few months. They were like, you probably was depressed or whatever. Like, nobody depressed. I just ain't feel like going nowhere.
Yeah.
Hold up. I think I was.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
So many.
It's like, to me, I wasn't really thinking of it until after the fact. You know what I mean? Because I was like, wasn't wrong with me. I just couldn't find no job. But then when, this is all hindsight. I was like, yeah. But I didn't even feel comfortable talking to nobody about like I told my sister, my dad, and everybody, like, I didn't even tell my mama. She didn't even find out until after I got a new job.
Yeah.
Because it was like I didn't want nobody looking at me like, oh, you ain't got no job. What's happening?
But do you guys feel like if you're not working, of course, on a temporary basis or things that you can't control, that you still can't lead your household? Is that the feeling that you guys have? Like, if I'm not bringing in a paycheck, I cannot lead my household. Is that the bar that you set leadership on?
To be honest, yeah.
Okay.
I think that's where that mental anguish came from. Like, I'm so used to doing X, Y, Z, I can't do it now.
Yeah.
Even though it was a short amount of time, it was just like I don't even want to drive. I don't even want to burn no gas right now.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I can still lead my household because I provide more than monetary. Like I could still provide, comfort and support around the house. I could still provide guidance to my child. And so I think I could still lead. Now, would I feel whole? I would not feel whole. It's just if I wasn't working and especially if I'm just like home all day and I don't know, that's just not something I would feel good with. But I feel like I could still provide, other things. But it would be something missing, yeah. Because I mean, as a man, you do want to be able to get out and do, and it just makes you feel better. For me, I'm that kind of man. Now I know some men don't give a damn. They'd be glad to sit at home, and I ain't one of them men.
I gotta get out the house.
I don't understand those men. But yeah, I wouldn't feel like, oh, I'm not leading in the house. At this point in my life, I feel like I can still provide, and I'm confident in the fact that I would still get out and get it, I go get it. So I'm not worried about that. If I lost my job, I just go get it. I get some money somewhere.
So you're saying it would affect your leadership, but that's not what you're basing your leadership on.
Yeah, I would still provide those things. I wouldn't stop. I wouldn't feel happy if I lost my job and I couldn't provide. If I couldn't provide anything on the kind of financial level at all. One, I would feel bad because I wouldn't want my wife to have to pick up the slack. I just wouldn't want her to. I'm sure she would. You know, it's one of those things. Like, it's not saying that she wouldn't support, but I wouldn't want her to. But some things, because when you love the person, what you just don't want, you want to be easier for them as possible.
Absolutely.
So it will increase my stress if I had to increase her stress. But
can I tell you something?
But that's how it works, though. Sometimes you got to pick up the slack with each other. But you know.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something? You're saying you wouldn't want that burden to be on her, but to watch your king suffer.
Come on now.
And even though you ain't saying it, and I'm listening to both of y'all, and like y'all making me feel even worse. I told y'all I already was in this funked up place, but now y'all done put me even a more funked up place. I need a glass of wine after this damn shit. But and I say this respectfully, and I'm joking, but not joking, because I'm saying this respectfully. As a true wife, and as a true woman who appreciates men, we hurt when you're not able.
Mm-hmm.
And we hurt from the standpoint of, if you've demonstrated that you are the head of the house, okay, biblically and secularly as well, however you want to put it. The reality is this: even though you're not saying it, like I just heard Willis talking, love, even if you ain't saying it, I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me as a woman, you don't even have to say anything, because as a woman and as your partner, I'm going to step in and I'm just going to go on and handle it. And we ain't even going to have no conversation about it.
No need.
I'm not even necessarily going to tell you that I done handled it, because I don't want you to internalize that. And then you begin to feel like, oh, damn, my woman done took care of that. Now I feel like shit because she handled that, and that's really my job. No, baby, we ain't gonna get into all that. You still my king. I got you. Lay down. Let me rub your back. Like that's the type of woman. And unfortunately, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna go back into the sunken place, but but unfortunately, reality is this: we really don't have a whole lot of women out here who have that same mentality. And that's all I'm gonna say. And I'm gonna go back into the sunken place, because that's where we are right now.
Get hot and step back.
But that's real. Just
you
like
do the Molotov cocktail.
That's the thing, though. That's the thing. I guess everybody cares about each other, and that those are the best situations. You know, because now if you know, my wife does that, and I'm sure my wife would, I'd appreciate it. Like, it would be greatly appreciated. You know, I just would want to avoid that having to happen. But if it has to happen, it has to happen. You know, just like if she goes down, you know, hey, let's go. I'm gonna pick her up. You know, and I'm sure she wouldn't want it to happen. But if it happens, it happens. That's why it's good to, you know, when you choose a partner, kind of look into these things like, hey, with this person, you know, because some people be picking people and you damn well know if it goes this shit, that person is out of here.
Honey.
You know,
it's too much. Like,
stage left.
You got you don't heard it. Like, I hate those things I see on YouTube. I immediately swipe off, but I watch them. Those panel discussions, like, what are y'all looking for in a man? He need to be at least 6 feet tall, make six figures, drive this, do this,
take me.
And then, what do you provide?
Thank you.
Yeah.
And people,
well,
you know you're gonna get old eventually. I ain't gonna get.
like you taking some immortal elixir that's gonna keep you keep you in the here and now, and you look the same and you don't change.
Well,
Come on, man.
That's one of those superficial business arrangements they're looking for. They're not
those people definitely, they're not thinking of the future. And so and with me, like I admit I have a kind of fear. Honestly, I have a fear of the future a lot of times because I just I don't want to put stress on people. I always worry about like if something happens to me. I just don't because I know my wife's gonna hold it down. She's gonna and I always want her to be happy and free, and I don't want to hold her back at all. So I always try to take care of myself and try to make sure that I'm not in that situation. But life sometimes. But but you gotta find somebody that is going to hold you down.
Let me add one more thing to it.
The right relationship, though, right? You say that you don't want her, and for those who haven't seen the episode, Mr. Chocolate said Mrs. Chocolate was his friend first. Okay,
right.
So the beauty of the right relationship, not the perfect, because those two different things. The right relationship is there. Your wife, Mrs. Chocolate, would not be able to sit in happiness knowing that you're not okay either.
Right. Yeah.
So the feeling is mutual, and not allowing her to be there for her, or the other way, be there for you, the way you have been there for her, will also make her go, well, why can't I?
Yes.
He's always there for me. Why wouldn't he let me be there for her?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's a different, it comes from a different place. But it's like sometimes when you guys, men, go, I'm the lead, I should be doing this. But then we're like, we're the women, we're nurturers. We're doing it, it's coming from a different angle, right?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
So I think it is honoring your leadership.
Absolutely, that's it.
By doing it, it's like I'm honoring you, and I'm gonna use Royal's thing. I'm honoring you, King, by showing you that you are still my king, even when things don't look the way they're supposed or the way we want it to look.
Right.
Yeah. I'm still your king. And that's why sometimes women are kind of like the right woman. It's kind of like, I got you. And sometimes that right woman is not even like, I got you. They're like, let me show you I got you, because we're not going to talk about it because you're going to try to continue to protect me from what you see as stress. So I say all that to say is leadership sometimes is even when you're not at the top of what you feel is leadership, the right partner honors you as the king, as the head of your household. I just putting it out there, and then I'm gonna step back, not in a sunken place with Royal, but I'm gonna step back.
It's been rough out here in these streets, y'all.
Oh man, sorry.
What you know?
I don't know what that means.
That started with this. Sorry, hold on. That started with this.
Yeah.
And
I don't know what.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I think.
Can you elaborate more?
Yeah, because I'm not.
I don't know
what does TND mean? I'm sorry.
That's what it's saying. TND means total end death.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not sure.
So
okay. Yeah. All right. Right on.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So what would you say to someone who, I guess a male, it could be a female too, because we need to know too. What would you say?
How old is she?
I don't know. What would you say are the ingredients that you should move forward to or strive to move forward to as a leader in your relationship, in your life? Because it doesn't always have to be a relationship. But what would you say that you've learned? Because Willis was very transparent, and I commend you in saying he's still in the process of learning. What would you say some of those steps or some of those ingredients were for you to be a leader in your community, in your relationship, as a father, whichever?
Respect takes you a long way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm overly respectful to everybody. Even if they don't deserve it. If they don't deserve respect, I won't disrespect them still. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like my way, my personal way, if you want to call it disrespect, if I don't let's keep it street for a second. If I don't rock with you, I'll just ignore you.
Yeah.
You don't exist to me. But I won't outwardly get loud and disrespect you. Even if you get loud and disrespect me, I'll try my best because, never argue with a fool. Come from a distance, you can't tell who's who.
Right.
I'd rather ignore you and keep it moving. You know what I mean? But so from that, a leadership perspective, respect will show your leadership capabilities if you're not in a leadership position already. Because somebody from the outside saying, who's that? Yeah, he real nice, he cool, nice, whatever. You might be the biggest idiot in the world, but you're a nice person and personable, and you're able to get into certain doors because of that. And relationship wise, if I can respect, can we keep it hot for a quick second?
Mm-hmm.
So, if you can respect somebody that may not be the most aesthetically pleasing to the eye person in the world, but you still cool with them. You kick her, yo, what up? In the hallway when we in high school. Hey girl, I see you, there you go. Everybody like, oh, he could be cool with her. Okay, that's a cool person. Or you respect, let's take it to the office. You respect, the custodial workers, the people that clean up just the same.
Absolutely.
That shows you don't I'm saying the long way, I'm giving a long-winded way of saying respect doesn't have a level. You don't just respect the CEO.
Everyone should get that.
Yeah. So and that's a major leadership quality. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that would show somebody on the lowest level. If I am CEO, I'm going to get the utmost respect from that guy and if I'm from anybody. You know what I mean?
Right. So leadership for you is a foundation of respect. Yes.
Correct.
Okay. What about you, Tyrone?
So for me, like the main part of leadership or my leadership is, so once I kind of understood my principles, you stand on your principles, and if you stand on your principles, then it's a solid ground. I know everybody wants to stand on business, but I stand on my principles. All right. So whatever goes on, whatever decisions I got to make, it's going to be principled. And so I don't worry about whether the consequence or, what people think about it. It's a principled decision. I stand on my principles. And so, but you got to have some principles. Once you have some, you can stand on them. Okay. So that's how I kind of lead. It makes the leadership fair. It makes the leadership, so everybody knows, when he makes a decision, it's going to be fair across the board. It's not going to be any favoritism. It's not going to be, so standing on your principles. Again, like Willis said, respect. I'm big on respect. It just carries you a long way. When I look at people and they don't respect like support staff, or they look down on janitors and secretary, oh man, it tells me a lot about a person. I show that person, I probably respect those people even more, a lot of times when I'm moving different places. So, and just respecting everybody, and in relationships, same thing, principles, respecting everybody, showing my partner respect. And so, I like to treat everybody like I want to be treated. I want, and I think that goes a long way. I know it's simple, that golden rule they teach you as a kid. I think that shit is real. That it goes a long way, So and that's why when you look for a partner, make sure, look at how they want to be treated, because they might, if they want to be treated like shit, they might treat you like shit, because that's how they're used to being treated. Look at the history. It's I think that's a good idea. Some people don't. Some people look at the thickness. That thickness will get you hemmed up.
Not
man. I done learned the hard way, boy.
A wise poet once said a long time ago, never trust a big butt and a smile. That girl is poison. You don't want that poison. Do
you have anything to say about leadership, or you'd like to? leave us a golden nugget about leadership. Oh, you're muted again.
Sorry. I've said all I need to say tonight, guys.
Oh, Lord. She's still in the sunken place.
I told you, y'all messed me up. Cause I love my men. So it's yeah.
Okay.
I didn't mean to make you sad.
I know. I'm like, oh my gosh. Well, go ahead, Tyrone. Do your thing.
All right. So, hey, if y'all still in here, man, make sure y'all hit the like button. Helps us out. Helps us grow. All right. So we can have bigger and better discussions. All right. And if you are not subscribed to the YouTube, please go on over to YouTube, The Experience, and subscribe. Hit that bell. Get all the goodies, all the notifications when we go live, when we submit videos, all that good stuff. All right. Everybody good with that? Help us out. HBO special. Help a brother out. All right. So, any final thoughts? Everybody's good tonight?
Yeah, we're good.
We are good. All right. So you've been part of the experience. With experience is always good. And we will check you guys out next week. Peace.